Okay, so one of the first things we need to do is remove the wheel. 19 millimeter, remove your lug nuts. Remove your wheel. Now that the wheel's off, let's remove our axle nut using a 32 millimeter socket. Push in on your axle, make sure it can move. If for some reason your axle doesn't push in and out, just use a punch and a hammer, go right in the center, bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay, so we're at our outer tie rod end now. We're gonna remove the locking clip or cotter pin. If you have more of these, you don't have to worry about destroying them. Remove the nut. Put that back on, just a couple threads. Now we're gonna bonk right here on the knuckle. You wanna be careful for your boot and of course the threads of your tie rod. There we go. So next we're gonna remove our 10 millimeter headed bolt that holds this bracket for the ABS wire. We need as much slack as possible. Let's start one of our lug nuts on here, just to hold this rotor from moving around. Okay, so next we're gonna take off our caliper bracket bolts. They're 21 millimeter. Here we go. I'm gonna take that and put it back in just a couple threads and remove the other one. Carefully remove your caliper with bracket. And now you wanna make sure you hang this from something. You do not wanna hang it from the brake hose. Let's get this lug nut back off of here. Remove the rotor. So now it's time to remove the bolts that hold the knuckle to the strut. I'm gonna hold this side with a 21 millimeter and remove the nut side with a 21 as well. The ends of these have splines and they get caught inside there. They do their job usually. So just give them a couple bonks. There's the splined area I was talking about. We'll remove both of these, set them aside. So we'll just pull this down and pull the axle through. Now we have a clear view of our ball joint nut. We're going to remove this ball joint nut using your 18 millimeter and extension. Here we go. There it is, nice and warm. Spray the area with some penetrant. Let's get this back up in here. One of our bolts. Just slide right through. Beautiful. So let's just make sure our axle's out of the way, and we're going to continue on with a pickle fork and a hammer. Beautiful. Now this should want to separate. Remove that bolt. So now we're going to try to get the boot off of the ball joint. There it is. There we go. Get that boot out of there. So the reason why we took off the boot is because we wanted to get to this stud. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cut this after I clean it so I can make it sort of flush. And then I'm going to put on my ball joint press and try to press this out. If for some reason you can't cut this and you just want to try to bonk at it, you could try to hit here and try to drive it out. The only problem with that is the control arm moves around a lot and I don't want to damage this CV joint. Just try to wipe this grease out of here. All right, so let's cut off this stud. All right, so now I've got my ball joint press with my adapters. The adapters, of course, will go down the bottom. That's where the ball joint's going to press out through. And this just comes right up here. Okay, here we go. Safety glasses on, of course. Nice. Let's just clean up the area on the control arm where the ball joint's going to ride. Okay friends, here's what we're dealing with. We got an adapter for the top. We've got the adapter that has the hole through the center so the ball joint stud can go through. You have something to press on. That's where the driver's going to go up against. And then of course the ball joint's going to go in this hole. Try to make sure that it's as centered as possible. You want to make sure this ball joint goes straight up. So now we're going to drive this up until the ball joint hits up against the control arm. Safety glasses on. Here we go. Perfect. I'm going to carefully remove this. So we've got our locking snap ring. That's going to go right over this and sit inside that groove. So we're going to use these little pliers, give it a squeeze, it separates. Make sure it's in the groove all the way around. So we've got our knuckle. Let's install it. Slide it right over this. We're going to grab our nut. Let's take our little nut here. Snug it up. Now we're going to torque this to manufacturer's specifications. Okay, 20 foot-pounds, here we go. So if you notice your cotter pin hole doesn't line up with the slots on the nut, you need to continue tightening until it does. Pretty close. Beautiful. So let's make sure we put in our cotter pin. Just going to grab onto that. Try to bend it so I can pull it through the rest of the way. Make sure that those are peened over. There's no way that this nut can come loose. Let's get our axle back inside the bearing. Line this up. Get our bolts inside here. Let's get these nuts on here. Torque these to 65 foot-pounds. Let's get the rotor back on. Slide that up on there. I'm gonna grab one of our lug nuts. Nice. We've got our bolts. I put on a little bit of thread locker. Let's snug them up. Let's torque these to 125 foot-pounds. Let's reconnect our ABS wire. Let's get this bracket on here. Bolt in. Snug it up. That's nice and tight. We'll get our wire back on here. Let's get this reconnected. Give it a tug, make sure it's nice and tight, and press in that lock. Put this back in here. Beautiful. So let's get our outer tie rod ends back through the knuckle. Our nut on here. Let's torque this to 55 foot-pounds. Check the slot, make sure it's lined up. If it's not, you need to continue tightening until it does. We've got our new cotter pin. We're going to put our axle nut on here and just tighten it up until it just barely bottoms out. So now it's time to torque the axle nut. We're going to torque it to 118 foot-pounds. I used a nice long pry bar just to hold these studs so nothing can turn. Let's clean up the brake rotor to make sure there's no grease from us touching it. We'll put the wheel up on. So let's snug up the lug nuts. Let's torque our lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. Torqued.